All praise to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahshai Ba'Shem Rachakodash.
Double honors to the apostles of the Witness. We're going to the tithes. God's support the law of the tithes. So just give scripture pertaining to tithes. Start with Abraham. So he gave tenth of everything. The tithes are important. That's how you feed the ministry. That's how you feed the elders and apostles. Ultimately, when the elders get to a certain age, it's not good for an elder working for. So the elders are going to depend, the elders and apostles are going to depend on the tithes coming in from the men they taught under them. And when the brothers need help, then emergency, they have money already available to help other brothers out. That's what tithes are supposed to be used for. Now, back in the ancient world, the tithes paid to the tabernacle or to the Levites, really. And you would pay 10% to the Levites. They would collect the tithes from all the tribes of Israel. So the Levites would absorb your tithes. All right, whether it be today we use money, back then the gold, silver, cattle, we would give a tenth part to the Levites. Right? You had different Levites that had different offices. Some of them would elect, others, you would go to tabernacle or the house of the Lord, and pay the tithes. Right? So a tenth part, tithes means tenth part. Move the camera in a little bit. Bring it in. Bring it in. Right. Move the camera as you need to left and right. What were you at? You had something first?
No. You say you wanted the Abraham, right?
I got some. Where root you at?
Hebrews 7 verse 1. This Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High Power, who met Abraham returning from the slaughter of the kings and blessed him, to whom also Abraham gave a tenth part of all, first being by interpretation king of righteousness, after that also king of Salem, which is king of peace.
Right, he gave a tenth part of all. You got blue letter up?
No, I get blue letter.
Get a blue letter was a tenth part. And Abraham, somebody should have that by now. So read a tenth part. All right, that's what we're supposed to give. So when money is collected, the money is collected from the brotherhood to give to our elders and apostles. They would represent the Levites. All right? Got it?
I got it. In the Greek, it's dekate. All right, it says a tenth part of anything, a tithe, the tenth part of booty taken from an enemy, the tithes of fruits of the earth and of flocks, which by the law of Moses were presented to the Levites and the congregation of Israel.
Right. Now, so the Levites would absorb whatever it is. So if it's cat, they don't just burn the cattle. They would actually use the cattle for food. Right? Some of it would be part of sacrificing also, obviously. But the other part would be for the Levites, actually for their families. All right. So if you were a Levite male, and you had a wife that was, say, from the tribe of Judah, she would take part within the resource of the tenth part that would come from the rest of the tribes. All right? But the Levites, since they didn't receive an inheritance of the land, they received different cities, like suburbs, that were in between all the tribes throughout the whole nation of Israel. All right? They received certain suburbs outside of the big cities. All right? They would use the resources to live. The tenth part, their part was the ministry, to teach the law and to execute the law. Right? Abraham. You read the verse 2?
Yeah, I read verse 2.
I wonder where the actual event. You already read it in Hebrews. You read Hebrews?
Yeah, kind of.
Deuteronomy 18 and 15. Deuteronomy 18 and 15. You're going to find and Google it. It should take as long to find the scripture.
This is Deuteronomy 18, verse 15. It says, the Lord thy power will raise up unto thee a prophet from the midst of thee, of thy brethren, like unto me, unto him ye shall hearken.
Read.
According to all that thou desirest of the Lord thy power in Horeb the day of the assembly, saying, let me not hear again the voice of the Lord my power, neither let me see this great fire any more, that I die not. And the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which
Yeah, I think I got it.
I thought you wanted me to stop slacking. Verse 19, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, but she shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. But the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die.
Read it again.
Verse 20, but the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, 19. Verse 19, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
Read again.
Verse 19, and it shall come to pass that whosoever will not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him.
Right, speaking about Yahweh Shai, the Lord. So if you don't listen to the words of the prophets as we teach, that's the curse you under. As it is written, Yahweh Shai said himself that them that would not have reign under me, or whoever don't want the Lord to reign over them, the Lord going to grind his bones into powder. So we're saying the same thing. So the tithes, should we have the account Chesapeake? I hope.
Yeah, I got it.
Read it.
Genesis 14 and 18. It says, and Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought forth bread and wine, and he was a priest of the Most High power. And he said, and he blessed him and said, blessed be Abram of the Most High power, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be the Most High power, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand, and he gave him tithes of all.
Right, gave him tithes of all, 10%. Right? But I said our elders and apostles, they act as the priests. So you're supposed to feed the heads of the church. All right. In the church, we make up the church, the apostles, elders, we have the heads of the different camps. Right? We have the soldiers under the heads of different camps. So we give the 10% to our elders and apostles. All right? And we said what it's used for. It's used to sustain their life, like Levi. Some of the cattle, they sacrifice, others they eat, their families eat, their wives, children, the cattle they give, or the gold, or the silver, used to make purchases, to trade. That was their right, the 10%. Right? So look up tithes in the Hebrew, see what that there, as a 10. Greek was good. You see what the Hebrews say?
Yeah, it says, my shar. It says tithe, 10th part, payment of 10th part.
Payment of 10th part. All right, so read that scripture again.
Con. Genesis 14:20, and blessed be the Most High power, which hath delivered thine enemies into thy hand. And he gave him tithes of all.
He gave him tithes of all. It didn't just say of one thing. It says tithe of everything you had. But now today we just use money. That's more transferable. But back then, gold, silver, cattle, everything that was valuable, that was an asset. Abraham gave up 10% of that. Right? Remember, think of this money like an elder used to say, as build up the spiritual bank account. Not just the tithes and offerings, but your physical presence in the camp. That's also a sacrifice. All right? And that's also building up the spiritual bank account. All right? Meaning you're going to have some type of leverage. So if you make a mistake, you'll have like something to fall back on. Well, you're still a man of the Lord. Even if you make a mistake, you still got forgiveness in the house. Right? You're not basically a piece of shit. You actually have works that can be verified. Right? Because if you don't have no works, you're more likely for the Lord to not defend you. You got to be in a position where the Most High will have His angels defend you. You can't be in a position where you're not defendable, right? And you become defendable when you do the work, right? You actually come to camp, act like you actually give a damn, right? But if you're not a brother that's putting forth his proper work, why would the Lord? Why would Yahweh Shai defend you? Right? You gotta be defendable. You gotta be able, like if Yahweh Shai is gonna be our advocate, you have to actually have a sort of character so He can defend you. Like if Yahweh Shai can go to the Father to defend you, he ain't gonna go to defend you. You a piece of shit. You got no works. You got no faith. You got to be defendable. Like you go get a bank loan, you can't go to the bank loan with bad credit. You got to go to get a bank loan or apply for a credit card. You got to have a record that's verifiable. All right. Now give me Michael will talk about tithes and offerings. You rob your tithes and offerings. Y'all should have other tithe scriptures ready to go. That's his lesson.
I got 1 Corinthians 9 and 11. This 1 Corinthians 9 and 11 and Urslock. If we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it a great thing if you shall reap your carnal things?
Read it again.
Con. 1 Corinthians 9 and 11. If we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it a great thing if we shall reap your carnal things?
Carnal thing. So you're supposed to help the leadership out. And we send our tithes to elders and apostles. This is 10% that's required of Israel to feed the church. Right? Give me what Peter's said. We are buildings. One we're being built. Read that again about the gun. You say where you at. Read that again. I want to look up some words there.
Gone. This 1 Corinthians 9 and 11. And Urslock, if we have sown unto you spiritual things.
Spiritual thing, I mean, we give you the most powerful amount of information you ever had in your life. All right? The power that we delivered into you is immeasurable, invaluable. All right? Versus your 10%. All right? It's invaluable. The power that you're going to receive from Yahweh Shai, the visions, the dreams, the safety and security, it can't even weigh the 10%. Right? And remember, you pay money to fucking Esau. You pay money to Yahweh Shai. Take care of the brothers that gave you spiritual blessings. That gave you the most important, the most powerful information that you've ever received in your life. And all required of you financially anyway, right, is 10%. And you don't give what you can. You can't give 10%, give what you can. The law is 10%. Alright? So read that again.
Con, 1 Corinthians 9 and 11. If we have sown unto you spiritual things, is it a great thing if we shall reap your carnal things? And then, I got the NIV as well. This NIV, it says, if we have sown spiritual seed among you, is it too much if we reap a material harvest from you?
Material harvest, meaning harvest what you get from the field, which is you working. All right? So you just, whatever resources you got today, is the dollar bill. currency that we use. You know, we're not going to give the elders a leg of lamb. You know, we're going to give the elders as much as canned goods. Then you don't. Because money is more transferable. Right? And we live in a different system today. You got to pay rent. Back then, you just had the house and you owned the fucking house. You know, when you live with family members in a big ass mansion or something. You know, today it's more